Going on, Coach?
What's going on, man? Eating this day after pizza. You know, the late night pizza.
Late night pizza?
Mm-hmm. It's cold as shit right now, though.
Anything good?
The pizza's still good.
Oh man.
Tired.
So, talk to me. How you guys feeling? What's going on?
Oh, I feel good, man. Just had to rest a little bit, you know. Other than that, I feel good.
Um, Gearing up to the fight, Coach. In the scales after Broner was completely got to the weight.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing watching Broner over the years, what would you have to say as far as the conditioning was concerned? Do you feel like he had a fat camp, or and also I know he came in late. I know he came in very late to you guys. Well, how long was your camp with you guys and Broner?
I think we had Broner about 5 weeks, close to 5 weeks.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in those 5 weeks, are we talking about more of a fat camp, more of a conditioning camp? What describe the camp?
Well, we wasn't concentrating on his weight because of the way we trained, the weight would come off. We knew the weight would come off. Came in and just started training. You do everything we ask you to do, your weight gonna come off, or you're not human. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Now, as you watching Broner, the weight's off. What are you looking at as far as body tone at the age that he's at now, 35? Talk to me. When the weight came off and you seen, Blair Cobbs versus A.B on the scale, what's your thoughts as a coach, honestly?
I thought Blair Cobbs was a little dry on the scale. You know, he didn't have a whole lot of fat. You know, I prefer a fighter to have a little bit of around the midsection fight time come. They won't spasm up. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah. Um, but as far as Broner, man, we was watching his timing and stuff as the 5 weeks go by. You know what I mean? Getting him back into spawn shape and stuff like that.
So let's talk about what's being said round one coming in for like just the game plan. What's the game plan before the bell rings? The feel out round.
The boxing, to boxing, to boxing. And the shit is boxing is so unpredictable, man. You know, um, when Broner fell and rolled over on his arm, that was it right there. You know, he went to the hospital after the fight. A lot of people don't know he went to the hospital for he couldn't even throw his right arm in the fight.
Mm.
Shit happens, man. We was planning to throw his hands, but you know, if you go back and watch the fight, he just threw the left hand all night long. He didn't throw the right hand.
Do you
And then that's why everybody say he still ain't letting his hands go. But that's the way this shit happened. You know. So
did you see it? Did when he did land and drop? Did you see the awkwardness of the hand? You
well,
and coach.
yeah, if you go back and listen to the corner, you can hear him each round talking about he can't throw his hand. He said right hand, can't throw it. And I was telling him, see the doctor after the fight, you gotta throw this motherfucker. He just couldn't throw it. You know. And
So
go
he
back,
was complaining.
it's posted. People can go back and watch the fight and be like, damn, man, all he's throwing is the left hand. Shit happens, man. That's boxing though. Boxing is so unpredictable.
As as far as the hand is concerned, are you
It wasn't
saying that
the hand, it was
shoulder,
up near the elbow.
elbow?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, that being said, do you feel like that was the key reason of why he lost every round?
It played a big role. Played a big role. It's posted on YouTube this morning. I watched it again. Anybody can go back and watch the whole fight. See, all he was done was the left hand. Like, damn, you can go watch it, you know?
So that being said, do you feel like it's worthy for a rematch? I mean, obviously we hear that, Blair Cobbs is very he's happy for the opportunity. We could see
Yeah.
that in the interviews.
Yeah.
That being said, is it worthy for a rematch to see, hey, can we see
I would
AB
love to
with the right hand, or do you feel like he's
I would love to see it one more time. One more time.
okay?
I would love to see it one more time.
Now, as a fan period, or as under the roof of you guys?
Um, Knowing what happened in the fight with the injury, and I would love to have Broner longer than 5 weeks.
Mm.
You know, even though he lost the fight, he still looked better than he did the last 2 or 3 fights. You know?
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
did look better in the Hutchinson fight. I mean, no, he looked better in this fight than the Hutchinson fight. I seen good things in this fight versus his last fight.
But no excuses. I mean, Black deserved it. He had a right to win. He trained. You know, whenever a fighter trained, he got a right to win and enjoy their victory. So no excuse. Boxing's unpredictable. Shit happen, and the outcome is the outcome. It's grown man shit, and we go home and come out the next day and keep getting up with life. You know,
In the rematch, you think it's a completely different fight if it's a longer count?
long camp and both hand. He can have both hands. You know.
I mean, do you feel like this injury is something that is that bad that at this age is going to be hard to come back from?
I don't know the extent of the injury because they went to the hospital. I didn't go. I don't know what the X-rays or the MRI showed. So I really don't. No.
Okay. Um, as far as Blair Cobbs is concerned, was there anything that he surprised you in the fight?
No. Mm-mm.
I talked to Anthony Peterson last night after the fight, and he said, he would love to Blair Cobbs next. He feels like, that AB is, damaged goods at this moment in time. He wants
What
to talk to AB. He feels like it's it for him.
you
Um,
talking about? Lamar
Anthony
and Anthony Peters, the
Anthony
brother.
Peterson, yeah,
Oh man, that'd be a good fight. I thought Anthony retired.
right,
I would love.
right.
I would love to see that fight.
Mm.
Yeah, I would love to see that fight. I thought Anthony retired from boxing.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
I'd love to see that.
if Don King, if you hearing this, you know what I mean. We have an interview with Anthony talking about he wants to fight as well. So another good fight for Blair Cobbs. Talk to Blair Cobbs, see what he thinks about it. That's a 140-pounder moving up as well.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting. Um, as far as what do you think? Do you feel like the fight should have been promoted a little bit differently? I mean, to me, how I got it from coach is that like he had a hard time making weight, and that's why we didn't get to see the funny Joker, the seller Broner. You know what I mean? Like I feel like he was mad, like, and that's
No,
why
no,
we didn't get that.
he didn't have a hard time making weight at all, man. I mean, as soon as we started training, the weight just shed it. No struggle, no struggle at all. So I don't know where that rumor came from.
Because we're used to him, being cocky and backing it up. That's what we know for Broner from, being cocky, making some jokes on you and backing it up. In this fight right here, there was none of that.
It's
Was
just
it because he was angry? Was it because it was
I
hard
think
to
it's
make the weight?
no,
That's
just
what I
I
meant.
think it's a maturity thing. It's mental.
Mm,
Just sometimes maturity kick in early, sometimes it kick in late, midway. It's just it's the maturity thing with him now. You know.
I understand. So this is a different Broner.
He
This is
did.
a different side of Broner.
He did a joke. He did have jokes here and there, but not as much, you know. But yeah, his mental was good. His mental was good.
Mm. Um, what was the most enjoyable factor working with Broner in this camp?
Just in the gym, you know, just in the gym having fun, training hard, but having fun with the jokes before and after the training sessions. You know, Broner's a real funny guy, man. Fun to be around.
Now, looking at some of the aftermath, obviously he didn't want to stick around and talk to the media. He went straight to the locker room. Um, as far as the mental of Broner after the fight, I've seen some videos in the locker room, but what do you think? Where's his mental at, and where do you think that this loss is gonna do to his career?
I think his mental is good. He just had to go see what was wrong with his arm. That's why he left the ring, got back in the dressing room, chatted a little bit, and then they went off to the hospital. But his mental and everything, he's good. Broner's good. This grown man shit. Broner's good. He could fight again next week if he could. You know.
Broner said that he won this fight. Do you feel like he won this fight?
I feel like it could have been a draw. What two judges had it a draw, and one judge had a long margin in between. You know, with the one hand, he was shit. He was doing his thing with one hand. You know.
He was bringing it to him with
Yeah,
one hand.
the knockdown made the difference, though. You
Mm.
know, I forgot what the first judge scored it, but the second two judges made it a draw, and that's what got me. If two had it a draw, how did the one judge did so? You know, far?
Um.
But shit happens, man.
Yeah. Do you feel like he'll be with you guys in the next fight?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Now, is he part of like basically Team
for
GTD?
sure.
That's awesome. So you
Yeah,
guys have a
yeah,
vet on your team now.
yeah. Hell yeah.
That's good news. Um. So other than that, like, do you feel like the company itself as a promotional company is? Do you feel like that's a great way to like, step it up a notch? Do you feel like we're gonna see more, possibly, AB on a tank card this time around? I mean, what you think, or is it just strictly just like Don King and AB just doing business together?
Um, I'm sure it's open. Don King, the whole Don King team is great. Negotiations with them, they'll make it happen. I'm sure. They like family. I've been knowing Don King for over 20-something years. I had other fighters sign with him before, you know. So negotiating with them shouldn't be a problem to,
Mm,
co-promote.
right. Um. Obviously, if do you feel like at this moment in time, just knowing AB's mental, right? If it's all good with the doctors when they clear him,
Hmm.
do you feel like the mental state, like, do we think that we're gonna get like the McDonald's videos of him going out to eat, kind of messing up his body, or do you think that he might go straight to you guys into the gym and surrender again?
He'll come back. He's coming back to the gym.
Like,
Yeah, for sure.
like right away?
Yeah, as soon as he's clear, yeah, he'll be back in the gym. We ready to rock again before the year's out, as long as his arm clear.
Do you feel like as a coach, right? Because we play such a big part in these fighters' lives. Do you feel like you got to check up on them now that you guys are at this place that you guys are, working with him? Do you feel like you might have to check up on him from time to time just to keep that mental state of knowing that, listen, we have a journey to finish.
Not not exactly checking up on him, but we drop a call. Yo, what's up? How you doing? What's next? You know what I mean? He's his own man. He can hold his own, but yeah, we communicate with all our fighters. Like we out of town now, but I call my fighters every day, checking up on them.
It's
See what they.
important.
Yeah, gotta have a relationship. It ain't just about boxing. Like some people, they once you finish boxing, they done with you. It's like you used up, but that's not the case. We got fighters retired. They come past the gym all the time. We holler at them. Life goes on. Relationships goes on.
You know, how much time do you think, AB has in the sport in your behalf?
Everybody have their own DNA. Father Time catches up with everybody. Um, right now, AB, I think he got some fight left in him. Never been KO'd. A lot of people say he need to retire, but those same coaches have fighters that's been KO'd that need to retire. Because once you get KO'd 3 times, I think the commissioners should never allow you to fight again. Well, I ain't talking about stop and the ref. I'm talking about KO. If you've been KO'd and
Tank war.
you should be forced to retire because it's a thin line between life and death. And when you KO, you're so close to death. People don't realize that, you know. So all of the coaches is out there. I seen people talking shit. Broner need to retire. Those same coaches got fighters that's been KO'd once or twice. One more time, their fighter need to retire. But right now, yeah, Broner got some fight left in the tank. He got some fight left in the tank.
This is heavy, because we see, fighters that take their first loss or just a loss period and abandon, their coaches, or their coaches will abandon their fighter.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have a nice, strong loyalty family base that, it's something that a coach deals with no matter what in anybody's career. But people don't really see the love that and the care.
Yeah, it's bigger than boxing.
Yes.
Especially when you have a fighter. I tell all the fighters when you in that ring, make sure you have somebody in the corner that love you. Fuck the money, fuck the boxing, but genuine love, because there's a lot of fighters out there. The corner don't give a shit about them. You know.
Every A lot of fighters say this, coach. When you're winning, the locker room is full.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen some of Ellie Setback's videos. The locker room ain't looking as full. What would you have to say about that, and the part of that as a fighter? I mean, you guys had so many different fighters, and you see how the fan base abandons the fighter and people around them, the close people. You know what I mean? When I'm talking about the locker rooms jam packed, coach, it's just like, what are we doing here? Some coaches, some teams, they don't even know how to separate that
I
from
haven't
getting that
had this
away.
experience yet. This is my first time in Asian locker room, and he got a strong support system. They was there last night before and after the fight. Now his previous fights I don't know because I wasn't there, but as far as the fighters I've dealt with and raised from a pup, they strong. Their fan base is strong from beginning to the end.
What does the Tank Davis locker room look like after a win versus like this, as far as this is concerned? And have you ever been in the locker room when an AB wins?
This is my first time
Or ever?
working with A.B. Yeah. I never been in this locker room before.
Okay. So like you saying, like it's a strong support system. It's
Yeah,
not like it's
yeah. Last night
abandoned.
he had a strong support system before and after the fight. He did.
Are the stars still coming out?
I saw I,
Because he
I
used to
saw a few
have
people.
the stars, like, him and Rick Ross was like this. Like,
Yeah, Rick Ross
was he
walked.
there? Rick was
Yeah,
there?
yeah. He rapped into the ring.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't watch the ring walk, or I went straight from round two. and then I didn't even watch the. I make sure I don't have the audio on, so I didn't get to
Right, right.
rewatch it yet. But I'd rather just hear from the horse's mouth and seeing what's going on in the corner, in the locker room, and all that other good
Yeah,
stuff for the
we
fans
had
to
a
know.
great time last night. Great time.
Did y'all go out to eat after?
Well,
How did?
Broner went to the he
Oh,
went to the
hospital.
hospital. Yeah, but me and Calvin and a few other people, we left, and I went and got pizza. Like, I got in so late, I walked down from my hotel, got myself some pizza just before they closed.
Yeah.
Walked back up.
Mm. Well, I can't wait, to see how this all ends. You know what I mean? And not necessarily ends, but how the journey begins. From here on out.
Yeah, I said all the time, every fighter have his or her own path. No matter which way it go, it ain't over until it's over.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
Mm-hmm.
can talk about it.